Hi.
Now it's on. Say hello to Cole.
Oh.
Hi.
There you go.
Cool.
Yay.
There you
Hi.
go.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello world. Hello brother. I'm mostly
Oh, you got the Mirror Badge book?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm very bad.
Cool. Very good. Oh, it's the Troop book. So we haven't decided yet if making cereal is cooking or not.
Yes.
No.
It is.
Yes.
No.
It is.
No.
Yeah.
I always heard that cooking
Okay, well,
is
what
like
about
the
when you're
art
in the
of,
manufacturer?
making
What if
like
you're in the
ingredients.
factory?
You're not making cereal because it's
No,
all
no,
machines.
Close.
You have cereal. You have
Or-
cereal and milk.
and that's combining
That's
two
who-
different
that's
Putting
Yeah,
together
you're
three
creating
components:
it,
uncooked
so
food
you're
utensils and
technically
heat,
cooking
and
it.
creating edible nourishment.
That's three things.
So it's got cooking has a lot of different parts to it, right? It could be that you're mixing something up. It could be that you're applying heat to it. It could be anything. Really, it's food preparation. So when you're making cereal, are you cooking?
Yes.
No.
Probably.
No, it's say I know how to cook.
Well,
But you can also basically make pancakes.
and yeah. And so when the cooking merit badge, what do you think the purpose of the cooking merit badge is?
Teach you how to cook.
Does a merit badge teach you how to do anything 100%, or does it what does it
Teach
do?
you the basics.
It shows
It gives you the basics. So why would this be an Eagle required merit badge?
Because you need to know how to cook when you grow up.
Oh, yeah.
Feed
Well, like,
yourself.
yeah, because like
Feed
you
your
need
family.
food and yeah.
Why are there Eagle required merit badges?
I'm guessing the Eagle required merit badges are things that you might want or might need in the future.
I'd say like the essentials.
True.
They're life skills that you need to know.
True. Those are all correct. So cooking is one of those things that you gotta do to be able to eat. Of course, you don't really have to cook. You theoretically could kill the cow and just take bites out of it. Steak tartare or sushi, just bite the fish out of the water, right? Hey, people do it. People eat raw stuff all the time.
Like a bear.
Pick a piece of fruit from a tree and eat it. You don't have to cook that, do you?
I do
No.
that.
You can survive on apples and oranges.
I mean, you could cook
Yeah,
a peach
It's
cobbler.
like time to cook my apple. It's like
Make some
tasty.
apple pie with one apple.
I want extra crunch.
Be like this big.
Okay, so let's look at the page, the piece of paper I gave you. Now this is basically an outline of what you guys will need to do. You'll notice that 1 through 3 and 4 are all classroom things that we're all going to cover today. We're also going to cover 8, which is the food-related career opportunities. So we will cover 5 of the 8 requirements. Now the other requirements, 5, 6, and 7, they're all things that you need to do either at home or on a camping trip.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just gonna do all this at home then.
So if you
You
look
take a video.
if you look at what you have to do cooking at home, number 5, you have to plan 3 full days of meals for at least 2 people. That's how many meals is that?
6.
3 full days
Oh.
for 2 people.
9.
3 days, 2 people.
18.
3 days,
3 days.
Yeah.
2 people.
Yeah, should be the
Oh, we have one
meals.
for each, so that's 9 times 2 is 18.
3 meals,
3 meals, yeah. Wait, oh wait.
3 days,
3 days, yeah.
3 days.
2 people.
3 days.
Two
Whoa.
people.
3 meals.
Whoa, so if you're 3, so
You have 3 days.
2,
3
6,
meals.
3 meals.
6 times
Breakfast,
3
lunch, and
times.
dinner.
9.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay, so
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
in the course of 3 days, that's
How many meals is that?
18.
9, exactly.
There's no.
Well, then you have to make
9
18
What about the second
for
person?
Mrs. Braverman knows she can do it. She can do math.
She's not. Like 9.
That's about as high as she can.
Oh.
She,
She cuts a 10. Did you hear that?
yeah, I don't want to see that other finger. So 9 meals. So you have to plan 9 meals to make it home. So that means you have to sit down and say you're gonna make lunch or dinner for you and your mom. 3 meals, 3 days. So you've got to come up with a menu. And to do that menu, you have to create a shopping list. So if you're gonna make cereal, what do you need for cereal?
Milk, a bowl.
cereal, and a bowl.
No,
You mostly always have a bowl.
You can eat it out of
You're
the box.
missing one
Yeah,
thing. You could eat
You
that.
need the basic
No, you
cereal
can use your hoodie.
and milk.
Put it up.
So
the
you
other
need
side.
cereal, milk, you need a bowl,
Or a hoodie.
And
you need a
spoon.
spoon.
You can use a hoodie.
What else do you need?
Napkin.
A napkin, a cup maybe to drink something, yeah. What else do you need? What do you guys do after you cook? You clean it up, so what do you clean up?
Like
Water.
towels.
Water,
Soap.
soap,
Towel.
towels, something to dry it off with. quite a few things, right? So you have to think of these things. So what you need to do is to look at 3 full days of meals for 2 people, so 9 meals. You need to tell me what you're gonna make, and it needs to be something that you are actually applying to eat to. I'm not gonna take cereal, the morning this time. I'm gonna come up with something else.
Leftovers.
Oh,
And I want you to
leftovers.
come up with things that you guys, oatmeal is fine. If you guys wanna do waffles, fine, French toast, scrambled eggs, bacon,
Omelets.
sausage, yes.
Does that have to be 3 consecutive days, or can it be like, let's say I send it to
No,
you?
just 3 breakfasts, 3 lunch, and 3 dinners. However, for 2 people. So, but you also need to create a shopping list. So if you're gonna make tacos, your mom, how many taco shells do you need? Just 1 taco shell each?
I said,
Can you live on 1 taco shell?
Yes.
I'd be good.
Why use the soft taco?
Okay, well, how many do you need?
One.
Just 1
Taco.
per taco. How many tacos are you gonna have?
2.
Okay, so how many tacos for you and your mom?
4.
Right, so how many taco shells do you need? 4. And how much meat do you need?
A lot.
Okay, so how many pounds, or how many ounces?
4.
Do you see what I'm telling you to do? I'm telling you to look at proportionality. So if you're gonna have cheese, how much cheese you're gonna need. If you're gonna put tomato on there, how much tomato you're gonna have to cut out. Lettuce as well, hot sauce, all that stuff. So you come up with a menu. You come up with all the components of it, what you need for plates, forks, knives, if you need a big knife, if you need a cutting board, all that stuff. You need to think of all this stuff. Why is that important to know all this stuff? You're just cooking at home, it's all there, right? But why are you starting on that, and why do you have to learn it?
So that in the future, when you have to buy stuff, you know what to get.
Yeah. How about when you go on a backpack trip and you have to take everything with you? How about knowing what you're gonna need? Yeah, I'm gonna need a cutting board. I'm gonna need a sharp knife. I'm gonna need wood rules. I'm gonna need something to serve it. I'm gonna need something to clean it up with. You see what I'm saying? This is all progressive. It gets more interesting. So you need to create a shopping list. You have to share and discuss your meal plan with me. After you've done it, it's fine. You don't have to do it. You need to prepare 3 of your planned meals, a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just 3. You need to cook for your mom, breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. And everything needs to be heated, so no sandwiches, unless it's a grilled cheese sandwich. Right? So grilled cheese sandwiches.
Does toasting the bread count?
I would think so, yeah, because you know what? Making
Yeah,
toast
it's still
there's an art to making toast. Yes.
That's
So
breakfast.
you can make
Toasted
Or
butter.
you
Toasted
could-
butter.
Yeah, then you guys can make cinnamon toast, right?
Lunch is a grilled cheese.
So then you're gonna, after you've done that, you've written that down, you're gonna come to me and we're gonna evaluate your meals and discuss with your counselor how long it took to make them and how is the food kept safe. We're gonna talk about food safety. So those are two questions I'm gonna ask you. For the camping meal, you have to plan for a patrol worth of people, 6 to 8 people, different quantities, right? You have to plan a menu for 5 meals and a dessert. Because when we go camping, when do we usually go camping? On Friday, right? So you have Friday night, you have Saturday breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then you have Sunday breakfast, Sunday breakfast, right? It's 5 meals. So on a 10 camping trip, 5 meals, plan it. Doesn't have to be consecutive, anything you want, but you gotta think of the equipment you need again and the shopping list for 6 to 8 people this time. So if you're gonna make tacos, how many taco shells? 16. And you might wanna get a few extra because you might have somebody my size that wants 4, right? And how many,
25.
and how much cheese and how many, and you have to take that into consideration too. So it becomes a little more problematic with more people, right? So same thing, create the shopping list, come up with a list of materials you're gonna need to cook it, and then, in the outdoors, cook 2 meals using a camp stove, and also 1 dessert. Outdoors, means you have to cook these things for a patrol while you are camping.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
If your patrol goes to your house and they cook overnight at your house and you do all this.
That
Oh, that counts.
Okay, hold on, think that through. If you are camping, let's say you are camping in your backyard, would that count? If it's camping to me.
Oh,
So if you had all this stuff, but you gotta bring all this stuff outside, you gotta camp, but you gotta camp out.
So you can't go inside and use your stove?
No, everybody's gotta use a camp stove, you gotta do it on camping
Yeah.
equipment.
How does it mean you use the
Shh.
Yeah, can you?
I mean, yes, you can go back out. But
I was gonna have some-
all your food and whatnot has to be prepared outdoors using camp equipment. And a camping stove, no going in the house to boil water because that's cheating. Okay, then and dessert. So you gotta figure out how to do a dessert outside.
Make ice cream.
Sure, yeah, ice cream in a bag. Sure, you can do
Yeah,
that.
that's possible.
Or you could make,
Well,
no, not really, about 20 minutes.
To find the
And you'll have nice hard ice cream. If you take the can method, big can, you take a little can, you put your ice cream and your flavor and whatnot, and you seal it up, and put it inside the big can, you put all kinds of ice around it, with some rock salt, and you literally roll it back and forth for about 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You will have a hard can of ice cream.
So dessert would be like anything super milk, right?
So whatever you like for desserts, do.
What if I like cereal?
Okay.
Then I could have
It
cereal.
has to be a protein, it has to be used, or a
Oh,
cooking,
it
or a
is.
cooking method, so ice cream counts in this case. So you can make oatmeal cookies. That's, and they're relatively easy to make too.
Except I don't like it.
Okay, so number 7, trail and backpack. Plan for 5 people.
Yay.
And you cannot use refrigerated foods. There's a trick there, huh, on refrigerated foods. Can you take refrigerated foods on backpack trip?
well,
Yes.
physically, yes,
Because
because
like,
yeah, if
you
you're
have a
dessert,
If they're bringing
They
a
can
cooler.
easily get
but that's refrigerated.
But you're backpacking, you're gonna bring a cooler in your backpack?
Yeah.
So we get the food safety thing, I'll tell you guys how you can do it and how you can do it safely. Because food safety is a big part of this, okay? But but we're asking you to do it without refrigerated foods. So if you're going and you're gonna make chicken quesadillas, right? All canned chicken, tortillas that have to be refrigerated, and some canned cheese.
Disgusting.
No, it's actually pretty good canned
Well, I mean, like nacho cheese,
you just bring canned
canned beans. Where else are you gonna get beans?
There's all kinds, there's all kinds of things from scratch. There's all kinds of things you guys can do, but
Wait,
you're only gonna need, now, it's a group of 5 people, only have to cook 2 meals, right? On a backpack stove or an open flame, open fire. Guys listen? It's only a backpacking stove, and you cook 2 meals. Backpacking stove, whatever you guys want.
Okay, look, are we allowed to bring MREs?
No, that's not preparing food, that's actually heating stuff up.
Okay.
And no ramen,
Oh,
and no hot dogs.
Oh, no.
The same
wrong.
The same rules about the troop apply to you guys. Yeah.
So, would you say a s'more would count as a dessert?
Sure, I can s'mores.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
That's easy, yeah.
Okay, so it says in your plan for 5 people, do we have to cook for 5 people?
Yeah.
What if it's like
I just got,
So you see that the camping stuff, you're supposed to do on when you have camping trips, and the backpack stuff, you're really supposed to do on a backpack trip. So when you go on these things, you say, hey, patrolman person, I'm cooking. You have to cook it. You don't have to you have to have a plan. If you're gonna have chicken quesadillas, then you need to tell your mates, you bring the tortillas, you bring the cheese, you bring the chicken, you bring the spatula, you bring the pan to cook it in. And if you're gonna have a can of refried beans, someone needs to bring those. If you're gonna have rice, someone needs to bring the rice. If you're actually just boil in a pot, whatever. You guys have a well-balanced meal, because we're looking for well-balanced meals. If you have just chicken quesadillas your whole life, what are you returning to? A chicken quesadilla. Okay? So you guys understand that that's the homework. That's a big part of this. But it has to be done out with other scouts. Besides the home cooking, you can do it for mom and dad, or your brother, sister, whatever. Okay? All clear? All right. So let's talk about health and safety. So tell me what food safety is.
safe.
So how are you safe with food? What would cause food to be, let's look at it backwards. What would cause food to be not be safe?
if it's wrong.
If it's wrong, you eat it.
Some stuff, it's wrong.
So like you're preparing it with a knife and you're not gonna
Yeah, exactly. You can cut yourself or hurt yourself. Shh. You could damage yourself with the preparation utensils, right? What else could happen?
Well, you can accidentally drop it and still serve it.
You could actually drop it on the floor and you get contaminated. Yeah. What else?
Bugs can go in it.
Bugs can get in it, exactly. So when you start talking about food safety, all kinds of things matter, right? So let's talk about safety with fire. That's one of the things the Boy Scouts preach, right? So if you're cooking with a camp stove, let's say, and all of a sudden you hear a tss, what do?
Seems causes sound.
You need to run that way. This is propane to catch on fire.
Oh.
Right. And we had an outing up in San Jacinto where a backpack stove, we caught on fire, and it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and everybody ran away, and the thing went right there on the rock. It's loads of fun.
Poor rock.
Yeah, thank goodness we don't even get burned when people are smart enough to get away from it. So heat is one of the biggest things that can cause injuries. So what kind of injuries can be caused from heat? Yes.
1, 2, and multiple different types of burns.
Well, burns, okay, there's one. What
Including
else?
1,
To accidentally touch the pot and it's double.
Yeah, you get burned that way too. What else?
Like you can like burn visitors around you, or like burn your, if you catch it on fire with your clothes, or
If you catch your clothes on fire, yeah. What else?
Burn down your shirt.
Burn down your surroundings. That's a big one today, right? Because we have all the winds and stuff. So if you're making a campfire and you're cooking over a campfire, what should you be? Really, really safe with that fire, right? Because if it gets out of control, you're in trouble. What else? What other kind of dangers are associated with fire?
Fire when you touch the fire.
Get burned. Yeah. You can put your hand in the fire and actually get burned by the actual flame.
Listeners.
Blisters, yeah, part of burning too, but not a severe burn. Make sure this is still recording. Hey, look, it is.
Cool.
hi, Nicole.
So, how could you be safe with fire? What kind of precautions could you take? You're in a kitchen like this. What kind of precautions could you take?
Have a fire extinguisher.
And a fire extinguisher. This is a fire extinguisher. We get a flame up here, boom, we start putting the fire out. Having a fire extinguisher. What else can we do?
Put water, you can cool hot water.
So let's talk about putting a fire out with water. So what kind of fire can you put out with water?
I believe it's like natural, there's no temperature.
Right. If you have something that's, let's say you're cooking bacon and the bacon catches on fire because that grease is very flammable. When you guys go on a backpacking trip and you take bacon, everybody does, and you're cooking the bacon and the bottom of the pan is all that grease, and somebody's still got a campfire going, then run away. Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just what bacon grease is from. So if you have that pan and you're on the stove and you're cooking it, let's say a little backpack stove and you're cooking this, fire happens inside that, and sometimes the fire will crawl up the side because the bacon grease is splattering over, will catch on fire, and you have this ball of mist because gasoline doesn't actually burn, but the fumes of gasoline does. So when you have bacon grease and that fumes of the bacon grease will actually cause the fire to crawl up the sides and in the pot, and then you have a fire because all the oil grease is stuff, little particles, and that's what burns. So how do you put that? How would you put the bacon grease fire out? Would you throw? That's one. Would you throw water in it? No. Wrong thing to do is what happens.
It's big.
It just spreads it all over the place. So you can put sand in it. What else could you put on it?
Dirt.
Dirt and sand, kind of the same thing. What?
Fire extinguisher.
A fire extinguisher? Yes. What other kind of materials could you put on a fire to douse it? Yeah.
So like, causes oxygen, so like maybe, I don't want to say like a towel, but like,
No, a towel.
Towel.
Exactly.
when they catch on fire.
No, because all you're doing is smothering it out. By the time it starts catching on fire, the fire will be out. So you could take, literally, you have a pan cooking here, and you have a rag. I worked in kitchens for many years. I've caused lots and lots of fires. I always had a rag in my pocket. Just drop it on top of it. Turn the flame off, pull it aside, you let it go. That's how you do it. A lot of kitchens, you'll find boxes of baking soda. Boxes of baking soda will cool. If you've got a house fire especially, and a fire extinguisher, you take that baking soda and that it will hit it, absorb, and just deaden it and put it right out and stop running. So always have a way to put the fire out that you started. Doesn't matter if it's a stove, a campfire, whatever. You always have to have a way to be able to turn it off, or turn it down, or to extinguish it. Always, 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 right? So let's talk about food storage. At what temperature is it safe to keep milk? What temperature is it safe to keep milk?
Anything below
32 is freezing.
30, anything below
37.
is.
That's the safe temperature. What's the highest temperature that you can keep stuff?
43.
Huh?
52.
46. So you have to keep stuff between 35 and 46 degrees. That's about 12 degrees. Can you keep it that cold in an ice chest?
Here.
Sure.
Temporarily.
Sure. Because how cold is ice?
Ice is less than 32.
32 degrees. Dry ice is much colder than regular ice, and that would keep it cold still. Absolutely. So if you were going to transport milk, what would you have to have? Ice. You'd have to have some way to keep it cool. So a lot of times when you're backpacking or car camping, you can take big ice chests with lots of ice. Enough ice that will last it covered all weekend long. That means if you've got, in the morning you wake up and most of your ice is gone and everything's bobbing in there, it's 32 degrees anymore, it's melting. What would cause ice to melt faster in an ice chest? What is the one thing we all like to do?
Mix ice with water.
Mix ice with water. What do we like to do when we have an ice chest? Eat the ice. You open it up, you look inside. Every time you open that up, what are you doing? You're letting the cold air out, you're letting the warm air in, and the ice is melting. And you reach inside, you grab a soda, or then you look around because you're bored and hungry, because we do that at home, we open our refrigerator all the time. Not a good thing to do, right? So you have to be careful.
Yay!
So we talked about taking cold food on backpacks. How could you keep your chicken breasts and your cheese for your chicken quesadillas cold on a backpack? How could you do that? Kind of heavy.
Take a big Ziploc bag.
How much does a gallon of water weigh?
8 pounds.
8 pounds. 8 pounds. So how could you keep that chicken cold and the cheese cold? I do this all the time.
Go back.
Or cold water bottles or cold clothes.
Frozen water bottles. Yeah, freeze the water bottles. I usually take it and I make a tube out of what I'm doing, and I take 3 frozen water bottles and then I surround it with newspaper, because newspaper is handy. It doesn't weigh anything. So newspaper is handy to start a fire, insulate your shoes if your shoes get wet. Lots of reasons to have newspaper on a trip. Then you put a jacket around it or something else just to insulate it even more, and you put something else around it to insulate it even more. By the time you get there, you're on your backpack trip. You go out all day, you're walking all morning, and it's really hot. And you get there, and it's time to make dinner, and you get there and you sit down. And, oh man, we just walked 10 miles. Wow, that was a long walk. And you open up your little thing. Guess what you have? You have a really still frozen chicken, and you have 3 partially frozen, cold water bottles. Take your little Kool-Aid packet and pour it inside. Ah, suckers, I got cold water. And then you cook your food, right? There's also chicken that you might can. There's cheese that you might can. There's actually bacon that you can buy in can.
Bacon in a can.
Bacon in a can.
Just because it's bacon.
Huh?
Okay, just buy bacon bits.
You could buy bacon bits. That's dry. What else? What are the kind of things? What are the kind of meats that you find that would be dry?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. That's a good one. Doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Beef sticks.
Beef sticks. Summer sausage doesn't have to be refrigerated. Jerky. Beef jerky doesn't have to be refrigerated. You were going to say that, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. So on every product that you guys buy, no matter what it is, there's going to be an expiration date. Why is it important to follow the expiration dates?
Does it eat it after the expiration? Yeah, because like it can get contaminated. Like some things, no, like it can really, like there's some of the food inside will start to rot and it will start to decay.
It can.
Mold.
It can. Mold and whatnot, and food pathogens can get involved. We'll talk about some of the food pathogens in a little bit.
It won't taste as good. If
It
you
won't taste as
open
good. Many of these dates that they put on the cans will say best if used by. Doesn't mean it's expiration date, it means it's best if it's used by this date. Because canned food can stay for years. Some canned food can take 20 years. What other kind of food will last a really, really long time?
MRE.
What's special about MREs?
It's all dried and everything.
The dried foods, not the liquid part of MREs, they're only going to last a couple of years. So if you've got a little packet of the veggie burger or whatever, the chicken a la king, those moist packages, they're only going to last so long. But if you've got stuff that's actually frozen or freeze dried will last forever. So when you get those the pails of food, this will feed four people in the family for 80 meals. And you can buy that pack. And inside is a little freeze-dried pack. You just have to mix it with boiling water, and you're good to go. If you go on a backpacking trip, those are really good things to take with you. I'm telling you, this, it says serves 2. I eat 2. So you mix boiling water into it. You have chicken. You have pasta. You have all kinds of things.
Sometimes it
Really
doesn't
good.
taste good though.
You're right. Sometimes it doesn't taste good. You have to be picky on the brand. You also got to make sure that you mix it all, because when you get the bag, all the little chunks and little flavor things are going to go to the bottom, and all the big pieces will be at the top. So before you open those up, you really need to turn them upside down and mix them up as much as you can before you ever even open the bag. Then you need to put the water in. You make sure that you keep mixing it as the water's getting into everything. Right?
Does water expire? Because they usually have like expiration dates on them.
Why would they put an expiration date in a bottle of water?
Because I want
Allie.
Because you're right. Water doesn't go bad. It does. Well, it can go bad.
Doesn't taste good.
Right, but why? Why was a bottle of water, if you leave it in a bottle of plastic water jug for 5 years, why is it not going to taste good? The chemicals in the plastic are going to leach into the water. So that's why. Yes.
Is there a way of keeping water that is safe and doesn't make it like?
Yeah, you either store it in a metal container, you store it in something else that's not gonna degrade, different kinds of plastics.
What about a bag?
Huh?
What about a bag?
A bag?
Bag.
Yeah, you could. I mean, as long as the bag is lined with plastic that won't leach into it, it's fine. But I mean, I have these big blue drums that are in my house, and if something was to ever happen, I would immediately fill those with water. I've got a friend who has about 10 of them in his house. That water actually flows through them all the time. So the water, he puts the water in, and the water that comes out, he uses to do laundry. All of his laundry water is coming from that. So he's always got these barrels, and it just flows from one to the next, so they're always full. Okay.
Oh, it's a burn. Please don't burn.
No, they're like
I
perfect.
think the hot
Yeah.
pads are right by your stomach. Open up the drawer.
This.
Yeah, give me a
Yeah.
couple of those towels.
Yeah.
That's good.
no, a couple or 2.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Oh, that's a favorite.
Dude, that's more than that.
Let it cool a little bit, and we'll have some, okay? Wait on
I
this.
just ate dinner though.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Because it'll
you
take
ate
about,
what?
it'll take about 15,
You ate
20
what?
minutes, but if we do it right before the
One
truth comes.
cupcake.
Oh, you ate a cupcake. That's pretty good.
Okay, so let's talk about cleaning. So why is cleaning important?
If you were to say chop some raw meat and you decided to chop something else with it, that food can get contaminated from that.
It could actually, absolutely. So when you cut on a surface, what should you do?
Clean it after.
Clean it after. If you're cutting raw foods, you can't mix raw foods. So you do meat, you do vegetables, and you do cooked food on different surfaces, right? And what you separate the meats? Yeah, you separate the meats because some meat is more susceptible to things than other meats. So you have to cook it. You have to cut them in different places. So what else can you do to make a kitchen safe when it comes to cleaning? Think about this kitchen. Think about you guys are all in here cooking. What could you do to keep this kitchen safe while all of you are cooking? Yes.
Maybe have something to wear that's not flammable.
Yeah, wearing clothes that aren't big and baggy that hang over the fire, so when you're reaching to hit the pan and what you wear is important because it can catch on fire or it can get splattered with grease. So you see a lot of people, people in kitchens, they wear long sleeves, but the sleeves are pretty tight. So when they go in, if something is splattering, they might get their hand burned a little bit if it splatters, but it's definitely not gonna hit them or their body. They put on thicker clothes than just like a t-shirt or, would you cook bacon with no shirt on?
Yeah.
You have lots of little red marks.
I mean, if you're a daredevil.
If you're a daredevil, yeah, if you're silly. So what other kind of things could happen? Look at this kitchen. Look at the different things can happen in here. What is probably the most probable accident of happening in this kitchen?
Space.
Heat, yeah, obviously heat. The stove is probably getting burned is one of the biggest things that can happen. Trip and fall. What can cause you to trip and fall?
Stuff on the ground.
Stuff on the ground. What kind of stuff?
Bags.
Bags, cooking utensils that are falling. What else hits the ground that we don't want to be on the ground?
Slippery stuff.
Food, slippery stuff, water.
Oh,
Bananas.
So if you're cooking over
Mario
here
Kart.
and you get a bunch of water here, should you just continue working and walk through it?
no.
No.
Now it's gonna be like, I'm gonna clean it up.
Right, you want to clean that up because that's a slip and fall hazard. Not just for you, but for the next bonehead that comes along here and doesn't see down he goes. And if you slip and fall and you fall onto the stove,
Oh,
Good luck.
yeah, exactly. Now you've slipped and fall, and you've hit your head on this, and this thing stabbed you in the chest, and you lay down and get burned,
And you're unconscious.
and you hit the floor, and someone comes over and accidentally kicks you in the head because they didn't see you laying there. Man, you're in trouble. Think about all those things. And somebody is carrying a big thing of ice cream and it falls and hits you right in the face. Now you're covered with ice cream and now you got freezer burn on your face. You're
you're probably dead.
screwed, man. You're in trouble.
You're probably dead.
You're not probably did, you are dead.
So while we're at home, we have to clean while we go. Is cleaning easier or harder on a backpacking trip?
Harder.
Much harder. Why is it much harder?
Because you don't have a sink
You don't have a sink to wash your hands. How long should you wash your hands before you touch food?
A minute.
A minute.
Sing the ABC.
A minute. Yeah, sing the ABCs. 30 seconds is good, a minute is better. And you gotta get in there and get all of your fingernails and everything else
Cut your
because of
nails.
food. How often when you're cooking should you wash your hands?
Pretty much ever.
Pretty much every time you're going to hold the food.
Yeah, if you're gonna touch something and you're gonna go touch something else, you wash your hands. Because you become a contaminant, right? If you're wearing gloves, do you have to wash your hands?
No.
Yes!
Oh, gosh,
Because if
Change
you're
your
touching
gloves.
chicken and now you're touching pork, what are you doing? You're
Contaminated.
contaminated. It doesn't matter. You're not there for your protection. You're there for the protection of other people. Change your gloves. Or wash your hands with the gloves on. Right? Now your gloves are clean. And you can wash them.
Well,
So when we go camping, what is the best method to clean dishes? What are the 3 steps? Go ahead.
Okay,
no.
okay, so I believe this is like 3 topics. So one is supposed to contain hot water.
Okay.
The other one is supposed to contain like a dash soap with water, and the third one is supposed to contain chlorine, I believe, or something.
A sanitizer.
Oh, essentially.
So you take your first one. Your first one has soapy water, because you go in and you're washing. The second one is a rinse. Should that water be warm?
Should be cold.
It should be hot. Cold water's not. You always. Why do you want to have hot water? What does hot water do?
It kills the germs.
Kills the germs. At what temperature do most germs die?
100?
No, that's way too hot.
80. 70.
How warm are you?
98.
Yeah.
98.
Do germs grow in you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how hot should something be?
That's
120.
More than 98, dude.
120?
about
105.
130.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I said
yeah.
100, you said that was too
So
hot.
it's gotta be pretty warm. If you put your hands in 130 degree water, are you gonna get burned?
Yes.
Yes.
You're not.
I think I
If you
feel
put your hands in there and left them in there, you'd probably get a little bit of tingly, but it wouldn't burn you. And then when you go, you wash, you rinse, and then you sanitize. You dip it to the sanitizer, right? Then you dry it off. Does everybody dry it off in the same towel?
No.
Why?
Because then it gets to dry stuff on the other dry stuff.
Yeah,
You
you're
just
just.
wet.
If somebody didn't wash their dish all the way and contaminated the drying rag, what happens to everybody's dish after they touch it with that drying rag?
Contamination.
Contaminated, right? So you got to be careful. If you're on a backpacking trip and you don't have access to wash your hands for a minute, what can you use?
Hand sanitizer?
Hand sanitizer.
Oh.
It's not an alternative to make your hands clean, but it will sure kill the germs. But your hands will still be dirty, but at least you won't be.
That's a lot.
But then reality only kills
Key tools.
It kills 80.1.
So when you're cooking, let's say you're cooking with a Dutch oven. You guys ever cooked with a Dutch oven?
Ooh, yes, they're
No,
so
I
good.
don't
They're so
know
good.
those are.
A Dutch oven is a big pot. Usually it's really heavy cast iron. It's got a really heavy lid,
Yeah.
and you cook by putting charcoal on the outside of it, and it acts as an oven and
Cub Scouts.
cooks with warmth.
Yeah, like 421 did it a lot.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah, I cook a lot with Dutch ovens because it's fun.
fed it to the
Basically,
dog.
what a Dutch oven is it's an oven that you can use outside. Shh, guys.
Yeah.
So it's a cool way to, but you need tools. What kind of tools do you think you need to cook with a Dutch oven?
Well, maybe probably like handmade.
Yeah. Because if you're gonna touch that thing, it's gonna be hot. So you need something to protect your hands. What else?
You need some fuel.
Fuel? Yeah. Charcoal usually is the best one because it stays hot for a long time. What else?
Well, I guess like depending on what you're cooking. So like if you're cooking soup or something, then you might want to get like this. I don't know.
Yeah. What can you use to take the lid off?
Tongs.
Tongs would be tough because it's a little too heavy for tongs. They actually make
forgot the name.
lid holders. But you go on, you clamp it down, and you can pick it up, and it stays so it stays cool.
Okay.
And there's usually a big handle on it that you can pick it up, but you gotta be careful what you're picking it up with because it's hot.
Don't they usually have like
And
a
they're
rubber
heavy.
piece?
No, because it would fall down and melt. So should you ever leave a spoon in a boiling pot of water?
No.
Why?
Since then it'll melt and then
It'll melt, contaminate,
Your food
gets
tastes
really
weird.
hot, you'll touch it and go, whoa, that's hot. How about if you leave a bunch of plates next to the stove? Is that a good idea?
No,
Why?
they're gonna get really hot.
They're gonna get really hot. And you go to pick them up and the worst burn I ever got, I picked up a plate that was literally next to the stove, and I picked it up and walked with it before I realized that it had already killed all the nerves in my hand. And it was just like, whoa, it's hot! And it literally stuck to my hand. I had to flick it off. And that was the worst burn I ever got. And it hit the ground and shattered. And I was in pain. Second degree burn. Not fun. So let's talk about, how does a microwave work?
It sends microwaves to the food.
Since plasma
Why is it-
great.
How does it work?
Some
It sends
rays of
waves.
light throughout
It
the
says
food.
little
Rays
waves
of light?
of heat.
No.
to
But really?
Is it? Is it light?
It's like
electricity.
plasma or something.
No, it's plasma.
It's not plasma?
It ain't gonna tell you on it.
It might buttons.
You know
Why do you have
what?
No,
two
what
of
is gonna
them
heat
and
the
one's
food?
bigger than them? Why do you have two of them and one of them is more futuristic than the other one?
It uses radio waves.
Radio?
Yes, radio waves.
It's like
Radio.
So in other words, if you have a radio transmitter and you put your food right next to it, what's going to happen?
It's gonna be
It's
cooked.
going to cook your food.
We gotta try that.
Do you have one?
It's got to be really powerful.
it's like a radio tower.
Like a radio tower. That's why radio towers say don't climb, don't go near because you can cook yourself. So, but if you're using
Right, Riley.
if you're using a radio wave, how does it cook your food? What does it do to the food?
It heats it.
How?
Using
Radio waves.
What do the radio waves do?
Heat it.
How?
Radio
Because
waves.
it goes
Electricity.
Boy, that was a circular argument. The radio waves actually stimulate the water molecules inside of the food, and they heat it up. So why can't you put metal in a microwave? What happens?
It doesn't have a water,
It's
so
gonna
it'll just
blow up.
It bounces them around, and it just heats the mechanism up.
Oh, that's why.
That's why it's
So
bad.
it like works on water.
It actually heats water.
So if you put like a goldfish in there.
It will kill it. But also because, for example, a cockroach doesn't have a lot of water in it, believe it or not, very little water, they'll survive.
Dang.
And they won't go pop. Your goldfish will go
Sada.
pop.
You go
Cockroaches will survive.
You give
No,
your
it's like this big pop.
No, rats.
You give your little cockroach like a sauna.
What's a crock pot?
A pot
It's like
that pops.
a Dutch oven with handles on the side.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. It's just, it's usually some kind of pottery, ceramic, something that you heat up and actually the heat is transferred evenly amongst the pot to cook things on the inside. It's a really cool ways of cooking. Okay, so when you go camping outdoors, what are the best kind of stoves to use?
Portable stoves, small stoves.
Okay, let's think of portable stove. What's the best fuel source to use in those portable stoves?
Propane.
Is that the best one?
I have no idea. I think there's no. I don't think.
How about white gas?
That sounds scary.
I know. White
They
gas.
make other kinds of gas as well.
Blue gas.
They make blue gas.
What about
Gray gas.
Propane gas. You can cook with gasoline.
What about pink gas?
I've never heard of pink gas.
What about fuel gas?
There's actually cooking fuels. Yes. So there's all kinds of things that you can cook with. So which one, what kind of things do you think would impact propane, for example?
Fire.
Think about a propane cylinder. What weather conditions would affect a propane cylinder?
Wind.
Heat.
Heat.
What do
Wind.
you mean?
Wind could blow the fire around a little bit. But
Tornado.
what makes propane bottles not work real well? You guys ever use propane bottle, right? You have it on cold. Let's say you got the propane bottle on and all of a sudden it's you go and you touch the bottle and you go, wow, this thing is freezing cold.
Oh.
Because what happens when the propane bottle releases the gas?
It's good.
It gets cold. So if it's already cold on the outside, what can happen?
It's gonna freeze.
It can freeze up. It can freeze it up, so it doesn't put out a higher volume of gas. The other side of that too is if a propane bottle gets hot, what happens?
It goes boom.
It can go boom. Yeah. They can create so much pressure inside that it starts releasing gas. They all have pressure relief valves for that reason. So using stoves safely. Never fuel, light, or operate a gas stove or lantern inside of a tent. Why?
Because then your tank can catch on
Tent
fire.
goes ashes.
No.
Why would you, anyways? Why would
Or in a snow cave.
Because you could die. Because
Oh.
if you're inside the tent, the
What
gas
comes off of fire? What is a byproduct of fire?
Smoke.
Smoke. What else?
ashes, ember.
Carbon
Dioxide.
monoxide.
Oh,
That
close.
too.
And that's bad. That'll kill you.
Carbon monoxide.
Oh yeah.
It's in the
that can.
container.
Carbon monoxide.
So use refuel and store fuels and lanterns only with supervision of knowledgeable adults or scouts, and in scout facilities only where allowed. Operate and maintain stoves and lanterns according to the manufacturer's instructions. Store fuel in well-marked, approved containers. Allow hot stoves and lanterns to cool before putting it away. Refill stoves and lanterns outdoors a safe distance from flames. You guys ever taken a propane bottle and screwed it into a lantern?
Nope.
And after it's done, you unscrew it, you get this psst, right? The
Yeah.
pressure relief,
Like a soda.
like a soda.
Ooh, damn.
What's happening with that gas? What kind of gas is that?
It's escaping.
Carbon dioxide.
It's propane, and it's coming out as a gas, and all of a sudden you got a big ball of gas that's surrounding you right here. What if
Oh.
somebody's got a candle? What's going to happen?
It's gonna go to a big
It's
fire.
gonna go boom.
It's not good.
Big boom.
So you need to make sure that you do that stuff outside of the area there's open flames. Never leave a lighted stove or lantern unattended. Do not overload a stove with a heavy pot or frying pan. Empty fuel containers, take them home for proper disposal. Should you just take your propane thing and throw it in the trash?
No.
Why?
It's in a trash can.
Let's say it's, well, maybe it's not all the way empty. And it goes in the trash truck. What happens to the trash truck? What does it
It's
do to the
gonna
trash?
compress it.
Compresses it, you pop it, and all of a sudden you've got a big ball of gas within that trash.
And it's shut by
And if there's something hot in there, like somebody threw away their charcoal, boom, you have a fire inside the trash truck. All trash trucks have these really neat things on the side where the firemen come up and actually screw a hose into it and just turn it on, and they can flood the whole car, the whole trash truck.
That's cool.
Well, the back of it, right?
Back. Not where the guy sits.
It's like,
Love, love.
it's my shower for today. Please.
So now I don't need to take a shower.
So when you guys are out camping and you're gonna cook, what is probably one of the ingredients that you're gonna find around you?
rocks.
Ingredients,
Something
not the
with
things in your head.
Maybe
When you go on a backpacking trip, what is the heaviest thing that you carry?
water.
Water. So water is one of those sources that you're gonna need when you cook. So let's say you go backpacking someplace and you find a little stream. Can you just use that water?
No.
Why?
You could
The
filter
fish are gonna be
it.
contaminated.
Fishy's pooping all water.
I mean, you could filter it.
You can
not
filter it.
bad.
How can you make that water safe? What are the techniques that you could use?
Okay, so you could boil it.
You could boil it. Boiling always kills everything. And it doesn't add a flavor, it doesn't add a chemical. It's a really good way to do it. What else could you do?
A life straw.
A life straw, yes. How long is a life straw good for?
What's a life straw?
A life straw is a straw that basically has a built-in filter to it. So when you suck the water out, it actually filters the water, so you're taking in water that's purified.
That's
Ooh, that's
cool.
It is pretty cool. What else could you use?
Tablets.
The what? The tablet, little iodine tablets. You can put those in there. What?
You could use
What else?
rain.
Huh?
Use the rain.
Use rain.
Rain.
Oh,
But
rain.
what's if the ground is dirty?
Well,
Yes, you
you
could
have to
collect-
make something. I
You
don't
can
know what
collect
it's
rain,
called.
but everything, all the surfaces that the rain hit,
It's dirty.
it's dirty. So you still have to filter it because you know unless you. And even that, you don't know if a bird is flying over right now.
Oh, okay.
That
There's
would
no
be-
flying rain.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Yes, they
Sure.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
That's
would.
for
Why would it? Is a duck not waterproof?
Why do you think they're going to pond every day?
What do ducks really even fly that much?
They do. Sure. They fly south for the winter. They fly for weeks at a time.
Quack, quack.
Ducks.
Quack.
Ducks?
Ducks fly south for the
I
winter.
don't know.
Gats?
Yeah.
What is a gat?
What is a cat?
A gap?
So how else can you purify water?
The water purifier.
Water purifier, one of the handheld pumps
Yeah.
that take backpacking. What else could you use besides iodine as a purification?
Actually, I have a question.
Sure.
Where can I get one of those purifying straws?
Online.
Online, you can get them at most sporting goods stores have them.
Big Five.
Big Five, I think, carries them.
REI.
How long do they last?
You know, I don't know. There's a certain amount of gallons
It
that'll work.
depends.
That'll go through, but the instructions will tell you. Now, what else could purify water?
Filter.
A filter?
What
What else?
happens, like, we went to summer camp and there's this stream near the nature center. There was like a whole bunch of rocks and the water was there. No,
The rocks are dirty.
So water,
Yeah, but-
water that comes out of a natural spring.
yes. The chemicals in the riverbed and the river around the water
So natural spring water comes from the earth, right?
Yeah.
And the earth will actually purify the water.
What?
What?
So
I was
you
talking about
can drink natural spring water. You can actually drink water
so
from,
bad.
let's say glaciers melting. Can you drink that water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait, really?
I-
Oh, like
It's probably
wait.
really cool, nice and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we all
Probably
do.
nice.
Oh,
So what is something else that most of our parents have that we can put just a couple drops in the purified water? A couple things you probably have at home.
bleach.
Bleach. Can we put bleach in water to purify water?
Sure.
Sure. A drop or two for like 5 gallons.
It wouldn't kill you.
What else?
Who's
How
that?
about some of your dad's vodka?
My dad
Yeah.
didn't drink vodka.
Hey,
What about some other kind of alcohol? In very small quantities, it will kill all the germs in it. When we were traveling around the world, my father would always put a little bit of scotch, just a few drops, in our glasses of water or bottles of water. And shake it up, let it sit for about 10 minutes till it works. Without getting you drunk, without the alcohol.
Now I got 2
Alcohol
glasses of
kills,
water.
alcohol kills germs, right?
never knew that.
Whoa,
Oh,
it's
that's
a
why
double.
they put alcohol in balloons.
It's a spill.
Have any of you
Awesome.
seen a water bottle?
So let's talk about nutrition, okay? Shall we? What is nutrition?
Nutrition is
Word.
nutrients and vitamins.
Yeah, it's the different things you can get from eating certain things. For example, can you get vitamin C from eating a cupcake?
No.
Oranges have vitamin C. What's a good source of vitamin D?
The sun.
The sun.
Although you don't necessarily eat it.
That you don't. That's right. Some things have nutritional value, things that we just absorb from the air. But most of our nutrition we come from ingesting, right? Eating. So it's important to have a well-balanced meal. What does it mean to have a well-balanced meal?
You should have protein.
You should have protein. What are the other things that you should have in your diet?
Dairy.
Dairy.
Dairy, grains,
Vegetables.
vegetables, what else? Fruits and vegetables, yeah. So this, my little Padawans, is the healthy eating plate. You guys know the food pyramid?
Yes.
Well, the food pyramid doesn't exist anymore.
Poor pyramid.
I know, it's just awesome.
Circle, why?
So this is the healthy eating plate.
And then that's fruits and
And you'll notice that
Wait, why in breakfast would you have
or dairy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
no,
milk.
that's not my friend's diet.
So if you guys look at the top part here, the circular part, where it has vegetables, most of our food should be vegetables, right?
Yeah.
Whole grains, healthy proteins and fruits, water, healthy oils, lots of different components make up our diet. Is everybody's diet the same?
No.
No.
Vegetarian.
Why?
Different types of people eat different food.
Yes, different types of people eat different foods. Can different people survive on different foods and thrive on them? I eat a lot of meat in my diet because that suits my body type better than eating a lot of sugar. Are there people out there that can eat cotton candy every day and not get fat?
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I have a cotton candy machine. My best friend was a girl that ate sugar and cereal every meal. She was skinny as a rail. They bought her a cotton candy machine. They had cotton candy every day. They got divorced and gave me the machine.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
They also eat different things because of religion.
For religious beliefs, exactly. Cultural beliefs as well. Some people in different parts of the world might eat more fish, and some people in other parts of the world may eat more vegetables. Some parts of the world they may eat more meat. It just depends on where you're at, right? So the daily My Plate way to think of this is, if you look at breakfast, you're going to have some dairy, you're going to have some fruit, you're going to have some protein, you're going to have some cereals, right? What could be protein that you would eat for breakfast?
Bacon.
Milk is dairy.
Bacon.
Consider that dairy. Bacon. What else?
Sausage.
Sausage. What else? Peanuts. For breakfast?
That's
Well,
not
So
fruit.
you can have peanut butter on your toast. Right? There you go. What else? Toast. Yellow things. Put them in a pan. Scramble them up.
Eggs. Put eggs.
And what are grains?
Grains of
Cereal. Bread.
Cereal. Exactly.
Rice.
So you're gonna have a snack later on. You're gonna have some dairy and some fruit.
Milk and strawberries.
At lunch, you're going to have all those same things again. At snack, you're going to have some. At dinner, you're going to have some. The idea here is to break up what you eat into being a well-balanced meal. Why should you not eat all your protein at breakfast, all your grains at lunch, and all your sweets at night? Why should you not do that? Oh, of course it would taste good. Man, I'd have Twinkies for dinner every night.
Wow.
And ding dongs? Come on, donuts? That's
Ding
for
dongs.
dinner, man.
Cookies.
Cookies? Yeah,
Cupcakes.
this is for dinner.
Pie.
Your body might not,
Grab me some plates down there.
No, take the mini
The
plates,
little bitty
bro.
plates.
Yeah, but look how cute they are. They're all festive.
So what kind of
Grain.
Right. That's
a grain? What else is in it?
This is super
Protein.
Is there protein in there?
Butter.
Is butter a protein?
I don't know.
it's not like a healthy food.
It's a
Or is it a dairy?
It's dairy because butter is actually made from
What?
Now, is this butter or margarine?
Have some of my toast.
You want it?
I love it. No, you're trying to get some of
If I get my
it.
water past
Yeah, go ahead and grab it.
You've been going
Now you
to
want-
throw it and like 4 hours later, but it's finally uploaded, it comes back.
This is what you're missing, Cole.
bread. Yeah.
We'll make some right now. It's really good.
Oh, look at you.
Bread, butter, garlic, fruit.
Ooh.
Why do I have two?
Because you're special.
Yeah.
No, good one. Yeah.
Okay, so another part of eating healthy is understanding what goes into the foods, right? So stack all these things right here. That's what come with my plate. So stack them all right there, please.
My plate or your plate?
So how do we find out what's in that package of cookies?
Look it up.
What on every package? What is it?
Nutrition fact.
Nutrition label.
Nutrition label. So here, let's look at the nutrition label.
Of what?
I have no idea. So yeah, it does. So look at the very top. Look at the first circle where it says serving size is 1 cup, servings per container 2. So how much stuff is in this?
2 cups.
2 cups, exactly. So the percentage of daily values, that is based on what the government says you should be eating on a daily basis. It's based on a 2,000 calorie diet per day, which is actually pretty low. For some people, Riley, for example, won't eat as much as me. For him to survive, he could probably survive on 500 calories. How many calories should I survive on?
3,000.
3,000. So it just depends again on your size. So on the percentages on the right-hand side, that is a percentage of the daily value that you should be eating for whatever that is. So it says saturated fat. It says that it's 15% of your daily value. So how much more saturated fat can you eat the rest of the day?
75. 85.
85, exactly. It says it's 20% of your sodium content. What's sodium? Salt.
Soda.
Do you need salt to live?
No.
Yeah. Without salt, you will die.
Yeah.
Think about that. Without salt, you will die.
What is this?
Carbohydrates. What is a carbohydrate?
Big fancy scientific word.
What's a carbohydrate?
Carbon, hydrogen.
You would think so.
Yay, it did it again.
It's actually sugars that go into your body that turn into fat storage.
That's good for you. For a while.
Yeah, fat is actually good for you. Everything we eat is actually good for us to a point.
Yo, chug. Seriously, that's not
Like we're gonna find a truck that you
Exactly. So down at the bottom there it says sugars. Try to keep these low. More sugar means more calories. Calories are are considered empty calories. They don't really give you any benefits, although they're really good. At the bottom there it says protein. It says vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. All things your body needs. And it tells you how much there is of each one of those. Right? So why is it important to know what kind of nutritional facts are in our body?
So you can plan your menu, so you know exactly how much they're in for you and
Exactly. So that you know what you're putting into your body.
No, you don't.
No, you don't, Michael.
What's garlic bread?
Michael, have some garlic bread.
It's good. That's garlic bread.
Okay.
It's 15 minutes.
Enjoy.
Hey, Mr. Fairbrother. Hello. Okay. So we all kind of have, let me have this back to put a stack right there. I need your plates, or your papers. Thank you. So let's talk about different cooking methods. How many cooking methods do you think there are?
A
There
lot.
are a lot. So everybody give me a cooking method. Weston, you start.
Using a stove.
Okay. What kind of cooking method would you use with your stove? There's a stove?
Yeah.
How could you use this what cooking method would you use to cook?
You can use a pan.
A pan? What is that called?
Frying pan.
Frying pan, right.
Yeah.
You can fry stuff. What's the next one? You could bake. How do you bake? So baking works by surrounding it with heat. Frying works with putting heat on one side, hot heat, then we'll have to turn things on to fry it because we don't want to burn. Baking bakes with a hot heat element all around it, but no direct fire contact with it. What's another one?
Grilling.
Grilling. And how does grilling work?
Fire.
Yeah, the flame is usually coming in direct contact with it, maybe not direct contact, but right above the open flame. So it's like on a stove, but frying, but there's no pan that's touching it, just the flame that's touching it. What's another way of
Boiling.
boiling? Exactly, it has boiling.
It heats up the water particles,
Uh-huh.
the particles, and the beads, and it makes it more
Right, right. It's actually surrounding something in boiling liquid that cooks it. So what's another one?
Frying.
Frying, as in frying a frying pan?
deep
Oh,
fry.
deep
Oh,
fry.
Deep
McDonald's
exactly.
fry.
It's cooking something in boiling oil. And that what's the most common thing we fry?
French
French fries.
McDonald's.
Exactly. McDonald's. So that frying is another one. What's another way?
Microwaving.
Microwaving is another way too. How else can we cook?
We use radio waves to heat up water particles. Don't put metal.
Solar oven. How does a solar oven cook? The rays of the sun to do what?
Make energy.
To make energy. Directing that energy onto something, we'll use that the solar energy to cook it, basically, right? So what other kind of ways could you cook?
You can use a campfire.
A campfire, exactly. You can actually take a Dutch oven and hang it over a campfire and it'll cook everything inside of it, around it, because the Dutch oven acts as it acts like an oven. It bakes things.
What if it was like a super hot day? Like, just like put egg on a pan.
Yes, actually, they've shown that if you take a pan and get it hot enough, you can cook an egg.
Oh, people have someone do that. Like,
Yeah.
they put
Exactly. There's people that actually can, when they're driving in their car, they take food and they wrap it in foil and they put it in their engine compartment when they're driving. It will actually cook your food. So there's something called foil cooking, where you guys can take a couple pieces of aluminum foil, take a potato, slice it up real thin, lay it like this, put a bunch of butter on it, and anything other kind of thing. Put some salt and pepper on there, some garlic on there, bacon, roll it up with some onions. You roll it up inside and you take it and put it on the coals. And you turn it over about every couple minutes. And about about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you're going to have a really, really cool home-cooked potato. It's going to be awesome. But you can do that with all kinds of stuff. So that's actually cooking on coals. What other ways can you cook? You mentioned boiling stuff. What would you cook boiling?
Pasta.
Soup, pasta?
Egg.
How do you cook an egg in boiling hot water?
Drop it in there, fill it.
Now, how can you do it? You don't want to get the water into the egg. So how could you do it?
it's like when you don't take, you just put it in there and
You have a boiled egg.
You can hard boil an egg. You can actually take the egg in the shell, put it in, and you get a hard boiled egg. How could you make scrambled egg in boiling water?
Maybe.
So, you know what? I got nothing.
Maybe I'll put it in a Ziploc bag and I'll throw it in.
Put her in the Ziploc bag. The Ziploc bag will allow it to, will keep the water out and yet still allow it to cook. So you take your egg, you scramble it, put it in the Ziploc bag, put the Ziploc bag in the boiling water, and in about 5 minutes, you take it out. What do you have?
Scrambled egg in a
Scrambled
bag.
egg in a bag. You can put all kinds of stuff in there and do it and cook it that way. And then you can eat it right out of the bag with a fork. Do you have any mess to clean up? No? So if you're ever going to go on a backpacking trip, the last meal of the day could be oil in a bag of scrambled eggs. You put a little bacon, some bacon bits in there, a little bit of cheese, and you just cook them one at a time. And you have and there's no cleanup. You just throw the bag away, throw the fork away, use a plastic fork, and then how do you clean up a pot of boiling water? You dump it out.
We're gonna let it slow and then you release it.
Yeah, you could.
Smoke it.
So, let me ask you guys some questions about other stuff. Let me ask if you know what some of this stuff is, just for fun. What's this?
Spatula.
What's it used for?
Flipping stuff.
Flipping stuff, yeah. What about this one?
Spatula!
That's a mini spatula.
It's a mini spatula.
I got it. A spoon.
What's the difference between this and...
A ladle.
Ladle.
One's for pasta, one's for eating.
That's the big spoon. That's for spoon.
This one, what's the difference?
That one has holes.
Yeah.
What are the purpose of having holes?
To let the water go out.
To let the water go out. Exactly. What's this?
Oh, this.
What's it for?
Pancakes.
Mixing stuff
Mixing
together.
stuff.
Yo.
What are these?
Bombs.
What are these for?
Seven stuff.
Glass grabbing stuff.
Grabbing stuff that's what? Hot or cold or whatever that you don't want to contaminate. What's this?
A ladle.
Now what's it for?
Souping
cream.
scoop.
Picking up lots of liquid stuff, right?
I said souping scoop.
A souping scoop. What's this one?
A ladle.
What's this one?
A ladle.
This is a scout motivational tool.
Excuse me?
Yes.
It's okay if I can turn the water on. I accidentally spilled cheese in there and there's a lot of crumbs in it.
Oh, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What's this?
Grater.
Shredder.
Cheese grater.
A cheese grater. What's this?
A bowling pin.
That's your grandma's personal safety awareness device.
Yeah.
What about this?
Science.
It's a turkey basket.
It's a turkey baster. Yeah, you pick the fluid out of the pan with it. You get the and you put it back on the meat to keep the meat nice and moist, right?
I have 2 of them in the last week in my house.
Oh, because it's so dry and hot.
But are they from here? Or are they,
Yeah, they're from here. Yeah, you get them here.
are they poisonous?
Yes. They sting it's gonna hurt.
Measuring
So
cup.
just coming in from outside.
Yeah. You found them inside your house?
Yeah.
There's a measuring cup.
Measuring cups.
So it's like a California smoking.
No, there's just different types of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What's this?
Clear.
A can opener.
Can opener.
There was a video on YouTube with a bunch of college students that had no idea.
I saw that one. It's pretty funny.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
I think like the
This
same.
is a bit awkward.
I don't think any of them were Boy Scouts. What's this?
An ice cream scooper.
An ice cream cube.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
I'm glad that is one of the cooking
You just
utensils.
They can kill you actually.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
Is there a spray?
No, there's nothing. You just gotta keep them out. Okay, so you guys noticed that some of these drawers had equipment in them, right?
Yep.
What's this?
A masher.
Yeah, matching stuff. What's this?
Apple slicer.
Yeah, push it down on the apple and slice it. That's a towel. What's this?
That's a pitchfork. It's a mini pitchfork.
It's a really cool knife, yeah. What about this?
That's a
I
strainer.
don't know.
That's a strainer. Okay,
I know my kitchen.
so all of the knives are in one drawer. Why would all the knives be in one drawer?
So that they don't scrape on any of the other tools.
So they don't scrape. Yes, they could dull the blade. But if you had a bunch of knives inside of this drawer, with all this stuff in here, and you had to grab something to get it out,
You're gonna cut
you
yourself.
could cut yourself. So think about anytime that you're holding a knife or using a knife. What is the best way to store this knife?
Safety circle.
Should you just put it down?
No.
Why not?
Well, because someone
Someone
actually
could be
doesn't
like,
bump
ooh,
into it.
shiny.
Yeah, somebody could actually touch it and cut themselves. Pretty good, right? So if you were going to wash dishes and you had all soapy water in there, you just take this over here and drop it in the
No, because if you can't see it, then you're gonna cut yourself.
That's right. You should always wash them yourself after you've done using them and put them back where you found them. Right?
Oh yeah, I know someone had like a hand.
Knife safety. All right, let's talk about health and safety. So what kind of first aid would you need to know in a kitchen?
So like, let's see. Oh, so when someone's like choking, maybe.
Choking? Yes, because somebody's eating food. So what kind of first aid maneuver should you know?
The Heimlich maneuver, like the party cases.
Yep,
And,
exactly.
Yeah.
So what other kind of injury can happen in the kitchen?
Severe
Burns. So what are the methods for treating burns?
It's a severe
Cool
maneuver.
water.
Cool water. Yep. Aloe vera. What about a burn when you get burned and it instantly blisters? What should you do?
Pop it. Don't pop it.
Don't pop.
Is it? Wait,
USPS?
I believe these are DOS pads. Hold on.
911.
Call 911. That is the correct answer. I didn't
What
hear
about
you.
this?
I just said it. It's a bird.
It's a burn. Yeah. And what should you do? You should call 911 immediately.
This was way weird.
What if you get burned and when you pull it off of the heat, skin and stuff comes off?
No.
Definitely call 911.
And what should you do for the person?
Oh,
Help them.
You do not put anything on a burn ever. It's not your job. You do not put ice on it unless it's just a little tiny burn on your finger. But even if it blisters up and it's starting to blister, you don't put anything on it. You call the fire department and let them come and take care of it. Why? Because that skin, even though it's burned, is still covering the fresh skin that's underneath or after the epidermal layer. And like bark on a tree, if you take all the bark off a tree, what happens to the tree?
It's not flammable.
It's going to die.
Dead tree.
Okay? So, how about cuts? How do you treat a cut? Yes. For a minor cut, you would. What about a major cut?
Pressure.
Pressure. Put pressure on it. What else?
cover it up, and if it's like really bad and wants to bleed, then do
911.
Let's call 911. It's always the best case to take. But let's say you've got a cut on your arm, and you put a bandage on it. You wrap it up with a bandage on it. Blood still comes through. What you do?
and don't take off the other one.
Why don't you take off the other one?
Because
And
sometimes
then
it
it
can
can
be
rip the
like,
skin off.
It rips the skin off. It rips whatever clotting that's already done. You put another bandage on top. And then what do you do if it bleeds through again? Then put another one on, and you already better call 911 if it's that bad.
Fortnite medkit was.
You put it,
Got this.
you put it, yeah, keep wrapping it. Keep wrapping
I
it.
got shot.
What
in the
else?
head
What else
with
could you
a-
do if you've got a cut on your hand? What else could you do? You've got it wrapped up. It's still bleeding. What can you do?
if it's really bad and like they, I feel like it was something like
Put it on your
tourniquet.
cold water.
Oh
yeah, go like this.
Raise it above your heart level. So if you've got an injury on your foot, you lay them on their back and get their leg up. Right? It's above their heart level. The blood pressure won't come out as fast, and you might buy them some extra time, especially if it's a really bad wound. Okay? Choking. We talked about choking. We talked about that. How about allergic reactions? Let's talk about allergies and food. When you guys go on a backpacking trip or you go on a camping trip, what should you ask every member of your trip?
What are you allergic to?
If you have any food allergies. Mr. Peanut here, if he has a peanut, he's going to turn into just
A swelling.
He's going to swell up.
I'm a bubble.
I just throw up.
Oh, you just throw up?
That's it.
Okay, that's an easy one.
Oh, then same
Well,
thing.
then
Okay,
get a bucket.
But do we give him peanuts and go to bed with him?
No.
No, because guess what's going to happen in the middle of the night? This dinner's going to be on your lap. So we need to ask, because we always need to take precautions, right? If anything, just to be nice. So if somebody has, do you guys know what an EpiPen is?
Yes.
Should you ever apply an EpiPen for someone?
No.
No.
They do it themselves.
They have to do it themselves. If they can't do it themselves,
You call
don't-
911.
That's right, you don't do it for them. And why don't you do it for them?
Because you don't know where to put it.
You don't know where to put it, you don't know how it works, you don't know if it's the right thing to do for what's happening.
I was gonna ask like what if somebody tell you specifically? Like before.
Well, it would be
So
kind of
in
hard
all
to
the first
understand.
aid stuff that I've done, higher level first aid, they will tell you, don't. If they need help doing it, you can put your hand around their hand and they can guide you and help you. Because sometimes you really have to jam those things in. Yeah, you really have to hit it. And if they're really weak and they can't, you can help them. You can help them hit themselves with it. Okay? But you never do it on your own. Never. Still cooking. So let's talk about some foodborne illnesses. What do you think the biggest symptom is if you get a food poisoning? What's going to happen? Besides me spitting at you. Vomit. What else can happen?
Die.
You can die. What else can happen? Fever. What else?
Choke.
Yeah, vomiting.
It's still that feeling that
Poison.
your throat is
Taking all-
Yeah, you can get the constriction of it, but that's not going to happen with food poisoning person. With an allergic reaction, yes.
I'm pretty sure I read sometimes that some guy died because he ate food poisoning and he had like some problems and he died.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea, there's another one. What else?
Diarrhea.
Did you sweat a lot?
Yes.
And what are you losing when you sweat a lot?
Water.
And so how could it really be dangerous if you're pooping and belching and vomiting, which is you're doing? You should be putting more water back in your body. Exactly. Even if you're sick, even if you throw it back up, putting some more water in there is going to keep you hydrated. Oh, they're about to start.
Oh, shoot.
Oh. Hold on, let's do this real fast. Go take care of it. This is why you have a nice tail.
Yeah.
So last thing, what kind of careers could you find in the food industry?
Chef.
A chef,
A person that washes.
a dishwasher,
Baker?
a baker,
A food manufacturer.
a food manufacturer. What?
I forgot. Oh.
Fryer.
Food picker.
A cook.
Oh, yeah. Not a
Food
fryer.
picker.
Yeah.
Think a little bit higher.
Cashier.
How about a business owner?
Oh yeah.
Should a business owner who's making food? No? How
Yeah.
about a restaurant manager?
Yep.
How about a food critic?
Yes.
Yeah.
How about a Boy Scout?
Yeah.
How about a
Gordon
Boy Scout
Ramsay,
leader?
aka another
Yeah.
food critic here.
A health enthusiast.
Health enthusiast. If you want to be healthy, what's the best way to be healthy with your food? Cook it yourself. Right? Maybe you want to open a health food store.
Build an A+ ratings.
Okay, so you guys have your homework. We went a little bit long, but that's okay. Take these, follow up. If you have a question, my phone number's on, you can call me. Go enjoy your troop meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
I like first.